Okay, now that I showed you how to make this is the rendered fat, and look at how beautiful that is. That's some beautiful rendered fat. That's kind of like on the bottom. I scraped off from the bottom. That is some beautiful fat, and it's perfect for the tamales, pork tamales or beef tamales. It just takes tamales to a different level. And then I have my carnitas that are cooking, and I usually do carnitas. Now with the red sauce, I just cut it up and boil it and shred it. But with the Chile Verde, what I do is just cut it up and into small pieces. I add the bone while I'm sauteing it because there's a lot of flavor in that bone, and then there's still some meat on it that you can kind of take it off, you know, after it's cooked thoroughly. And then I cover it up when I'm cooking it. See, there's my lid. I cover it up, oops, and basically allow it to cook and simmer. But it's I don't add any fat. I don't add any extra lard to it because you don't need to. I use the fat that's already on the beef, and this is pork. I believe this is the pork shoulder. I'm not too sure, but the pork shoulder has. I like the meat on the pork shoulder, and that's what I usually use, unless I kind of eyeball it, so you can eyeball it, you can tell, and it's okay to have the bone in there, and then just cook it up. And if you want, you could give it to your dog that's really aggressive. I don't know, just or toss it, or make a soup out of it, or, you know, there's a lot of flavor in that bone. Like I said, add just a little bit of salt, just a little bit, because the salt does five things to when you're adding it, and one of it is tenderizing the meat to let it cook faster. And then these are the little chicharrones. I'm not going to put all of them in there, but I am going to put some in there because they're going to get soft, and they're going to add a lot of flavor to the Chile Verde. And then here I got a couple cubes of bouillon that I'll be putting in. I have a small can of enchilada sauce. I have some cumin. I might throw in a little bit of pepper flakes, but not too much. That brings it flavor, so I don't do it for the hotness. If someone were to want some tamales from me and they wanted to spice it up, then yeah, I would do that. And then just a little bit of pepper, and then I have some salsa verde, and then I have some fresh ancho peppers and some Anaheim peppers that I'm going to be blending with. This is probably done. I'm going to be blending with my tomatillo. So I just boil them. You can grill them first and then boil them. I just put enough water to almost not cover it, but almost cover it. I add tomatillos, onions, and bell pepper. I like the flavor of bell pepper, and some garlic. And that's what I do. And then I'll put it in the blender. There's my blender. It's waiting for me. And then, so, yeah. And I'll show you the end results after I get this all together. Okay.